Well, we're joined by Dr. Barrett. We're going to talk about the importance of eye exams and good quality lenses. Both of those are key, not just to feeling good and looking good, but for your actual health, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A yearly eye exam is really important for people of all ages. So even a really small change in your vision, if it's uncorrected, can cause a whole host of different symptoms, ranging from, of course, blurred vision, but also headaches, eye strain, fatigue, even neck or back problems. I even had a patient who I prescribed glasses to, and they reached out to tell me that I had solved their chronic jaw pain.
Wow.
They had been clenching their teeth together so tightly, trying to focus and make it clear without even realizing it was the vision that was causing that jaw pain.
That is so interesting. And I know that your eyes really have a lot to do with other parts of your body and really do affect a lot of different things. So how often should you be getting an exam?
Across the board, I recommend a yearly exam for all patients. You know, for kids, they're growing and changing, and as their bodies are changing, their eyes are changing too. We want to get in and correct their vision before they start to struggle in school or sports or things like that. And kids are so adaptive, and they also don't always realize that what they're seeing may not be normal. So if they have blurred vision, they think that everybody has that same vision. They don't think to tell someone that it's blurry. And then as far as, you know, as you get older, there's different medical conditions that we're looking for any signs of when we do an annual eye exam. And we'll often see signs of diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, even multiple sclerosis, sometimes arthritis, brain tumors. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that we're looking for any signs of those issues.
And it doesn't even have to be as dramatic as that. I can share my personal story, which is I did well in school, but it took so much focus, and I would read a few pages and I would just be so tired and fall asleep. And it wasn't until I got to college when I had a really good eye exam and they said it's because you have astigmatism.
Yes.
Wear some glasses. We can, you know, we can work on that because it's a different shape of the eye, and it can really mess up your life if it goes unchecked.
For sure. Because you don't realize that not everyone sees that way.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too. I never would have paired me being tired or me having trouble just trying to read for an extended period of time with my eyes. That's so nuts. So of course, we do want to make sure that we try to get in there annually. And say we get a prescription and we're like, I think I'm good, but do prescriptions expire?
They do, and it'll vary by state. Sometimes we'll write a 2-year prescription for glasses. I typically write a 1-year prescription because if you're coming in to purchase glasses 18 months from your exam for a 2-year prescription, it might still be valid. However, it could have changed without you even realizing it in that time. And if you're going to invest in a set of eyewear, you want to make sure it's as up to date as possible so that you have the most success with that.
And one of the parts of that is very important is to make sure that it's good quality. So how important is it to make sure that the lenses you are getting are good quality?
It's really important for the success that you're going to have with the eyewear. For the lens material, there's different types of plastics. Some are not going to be impact resistant, so if something were to hit the lenses, it could potentially shatter if you don't have an impact resistant material. And then there's different materials that have just better optical qualities. So it's more true to life, it's more high definition, and it's going to feel more comfortable and more clear. And those would be like a Trivex material is typically going to be the top quality there. And then also the coatings and the add-ons, so doing like an anti-reflective coating, a real good quality one, it's going to remove a lot of the distracting glare that you would experience if you didn't have it on there. So imagine driving and you're seeing glare from different directions. It can be really distracting on the road. Or in your office, if you're trying to work on the computer and you have a lot of glare from the fluorescent lighting, you may not be real efficient or accurate at your work.
And it's amazing, I think, how much we undervalue taking care of our eyes when they are pretty much what leads us through life.
Exactly.
And it's just incredible. So obviously we want to be able to ask other questions. We want to be able to check out frames. We want to make sure that we're getting the quality experience, and you can do that at Aspire Optical. And that's one of the reasons that we love having you guys on, because you're so great at what you do and experts in this. Yes. And then of course this week we're actually going to have Kelly on from Aspire Optical. It's kind of going to walk through some of the different lenses, why it's important to pick the right one, but mostly why it's important to work with an optician that you trust.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So we're so excited for that. So make sure you check that out here later this week. But of course, thank you for
welcome.
joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So insightful. I just absolutely love kind of learning out how we can make our lives better, and this is just one way to do that. So.
Right.
Absolutely. So make sure that you stay with us. Another way to kind of improve things in our lives, if you have aging parents and you're trying to figure out how am I going to take care of them while I'm working a full-time job, we actually have an expert joining us who's going to walk us through that process. So stay with us.